Welcome to the Dapper Swede. My name is Johan. Welcome to our new home. Since last I posted, we have moved. We have moved to a ranch and we are finally starting to get settled in, and this is going to be our first Christmas here. So there's been a lot of project around the property, so we haven't really done that much decorating, but I wanted to share setting the Christmas table. And everyone that knows me knows that I love a formal table setting, and that is really my goal too. But I want this Christmas dinner to be a little bit more casual. I want it to be a little bit low-key, but low-key and casual for me is not what most would consider low-key and casual. So for me, making it low-key means I'm not going to do a tablecloth. I'm actually going to go wild and just use the wood. And to me, that is making the whole thing more casual. Then I'm going to introduce more formal things with that and kind of get that kind of rustic elegance, a little bit of that country elegant dinner. The first thing we're going to start with are chargers. So these are from Williams Sonoma, and I am obsessed with tartan. So these are red tartan plaid, and I love them. Chargers are underplates that you place underneath your china. If you have a buffet style, then it defines where the place settings should be, because you don't take and you don't eat on this. So this is just going to sit underneath the plates. So when you place these, make sure that none stick outside of the edge. And because I'm setting it that it has plaid, I want to make sure that the plaid lines go the same direction. And then you want to make sure that the place settings are across from each other. So after the chargers, we're going to do the china. And my Christmas china is Lenox Winter Greetings. And I have had this for probably like 10, 15 years, and I really love it. It's kind of like got that little bit of like old world romantic Christmas look. And I love when you mix patterns. So here we have more of a floral with greenery and birds and ribbons, and then have that in contrast with the red tartan. I love that. We are actually only going to do one plate today. We're not going to do a salad plate, because on this Christmas dinner we have so many sides that I don't think we're going to serve a separate salad. We have several vegetable dishes, because between the ones that I absolutely have to have on the table and then that Chris has to have, then we have plenty. So it's just going to be one plate, and that means that we're also going to do very simple with silverware. So for silverware, we are going to do Christofle Mood forks. They are very simple, very modern looking, and we are going to have ham. So these are Fidelio steak knives, also from Christofle. So I think that the shapes go really nicely together, although they are not a part of the same collection. But you know what? It doesn't bother me. I like mixing and matching. Okay. And the silverware to me is very important, because it is like the jewelry of the table. It really gives it a lot of glitz and glamour. So I want to introduce a little bit more glitz and glamour to this table. So I am going to do lots of silver candlesticks. We are going to start with two Christofle antique candelabras signed by Gio Ponti. I love these. To that, we're going to add a bunch of different candlesticks. I have collected different sterling silver candlesticks through the years, and I love to mix match and do a little bit of a centerpiece running down. And I love the different heights, and these are actually hurricanes. So I'm going to add that. Let's see if the candles fit. Nope. there's gonna need to be some jerry rigging. As I always do when candles don't fit, I just cut strips of paper towels. I fold them in half, and then I take one of the candles and I wrap it around. So I need it quite a bit. So okay, like so. Oh, Lulu, what are you doing? Hi, Lulu. Where? So let's continue to just do these. To the candles, and what I like is that we have higher, lower, lower, and then going down. We're gonna add greenery, and I'm just gonna do greenery on the table going down. And this is just greenery that I have cut around the property. So let's start weaving this in. There's no real science to this. It is just arranging it so it kind of looks good. So making it kind of casually just going around down the table. Like so. So now I've added greenery, and this is just greenery that I have forged. But you can also take the bottom branches off your Christmas tree or whatever it is. Or you could buy it, actually they sell it. So and now I think I want to add a little bit more glitz. So I think we're going to put a silver bowl here. And we'd like to put one there. And then I want to add a little bit of red. I want to pick up on the red of the place settings. So I want to create a little bit of a natural, so I think red apples. There. And I like decorating with natural elements such as like apples and pine cones and greenery. And the apples will, once they're done here, they're just gonna go for the horses as treats, so they don't go to waste. And I love that, the fact that you can use it for multiple things. And these are just inexpensive red berry branches that I got in the craft store. So just wanna add a little bit. And then I think we will add a few of these twig gold balls. There, here, there, and then we'll add some pine cones. So let's take these roses and then we'll put that in there. And that's all ready. Okay. Like so. So another one. And I just try to hide all the mechanism underneath the greenery. And what I also try to do is make sure that it's kind of like a little bit of a balance. So I think we can get a little bit more here. Also, love about creating a centerpiece like this is that this is very inexpensive. I mean, these roses was like a dozen that we picked up at Ralph's for $12. The greenery, like we foraged around the property, so that was free. The candlesticks I already had, and then the apples, yeah, I bought them for a couple of dollars, and then they will go to the horses, so they're not going to go to waste. So they're actually going to be used. So I love table settings like that. So after the flowers, the centerpiece, we are going to do the crystal. So for stemware, I am doing these hand-cut crystal because I feel like this is going to continue that kind of a little bit of country romantic look. And these I actually got for my 18th / my high school graduation. I remember my mother and I going out and selecting and kind of making the big decision of what my stemware was going to look like. So this is sentimental. So we're gonna do it simple. We're just gonna have water and wine today. So I'll put 2 glasses. And you can put the glasses either on top of the plate or onto the side, but because this is a narrow table and most of the room is taken up by the centerpiece, I'm actually going to put it onto the side. And now comes the big decision. What kind of napkin rings? And I haven't decided. I'm using these linen napkins with a bit of lace to really give it a little bit of a country look. So let's see what napkin rings we're gonna use. Well, I could do the gold, but I don't think the gold goes with all the silver I have here. These aren't silver, they're pewter, but these are my absolute favorite napkin rings ever. This is a horse bit, so this is usually the one that you see me using. But I could also do, well, I'm gonna do the horse bit, so let's see. And I'm just gonna do a very simple napkin, nothing to it. Side of the plate because I want the plates to show. Because if you have Christmas plates, you might as well see that it's Christmas plates. So this table setting is almost ready. I'm probably gonna futz a little bit with it, but I need to burn all of these candles because you do not have white wicks. I'm just using a creme brulee torch. So it's the easiest way. Just let the big wicks burn a little bit, just so that they are black, and then we're gonna turn them off. So just quickly, then. So there you have it. Elegant but casual country Christmas table. So, Merry Christmas from Gyllenkrok Ranch. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for the
including us.
Thank you. Please, you're always a hero.
cheers. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.